What's up, guys? Welcome back to another review. This time we'll be taking a look at Batman Bad Blood, the third movie in the Batman solo films that are set within the new 52 continuity of DC movies. Batman Bad Blood, overall thoughts, it's not too bad, it's pretty good. There was a final as a third chapter, it's not too bad. I do have my issues with it here and there. But overall, it's not a bad movie. It's better than Batman, and it's better than Son of Batman, but I don't think it's as good as Batman vs. Robin. Some things that I like. The voice acting, again, the voice acting is progressively getting much better as these movies get trotted out. Jason O'Mara as Batman, he continues to grow on me. Stuart Allen continues to do nothing for me as Damian Wayne. We have new additions to this movie as well. We have Yvonne Strahovski, who plays Katie Kane, Batwoman, and she's pretty good in the role. She's good in the role, and I like her inclusion to the main story. I like how she witnesses the apparent Batman's apparent death at the hands of this villain called the Heretic, and a slew of other villains that include Firefly and the Electrocutioner. I like how that incorporates her into the story. I like how she has a history with Dick Grayson, how they used to be friends back when they were younger. Speaking of Dick Grayson, this is also a positive and a negative. I like how this movie further expands on the sibling rivalry between Damian and Dick. My problem with it is that we have Dick don the Batsuit, which happened in the comics, and that's a great idea. However, the movie to me does not fully do anything with that idea. It does, no. I don't think the movie got enough bang for the buck having Dick in the Batman suit and really playing off the dynamic of a brooding Robin and a lighthearted Batman. It comes across as Dick has the cosplay of Batman in order to maintain the image of Batman still being around, so it kind of didn't really do much in the long run, which is a shame. And I think the line where Batman says, "You don't wear that costume, it belongs to me," it comes across as a kid who wants his toy back, and not as Bruce saying that, it doesn't come across as Bruce telling Dick that you can never don that suit, that suit is not meant for you, something like that. I don't know. Dick in the Batman suit had potential to be awesome, and this movie did not really do anything with it. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's both a positive and a negative. It's positive that we get to see him in the Batsuit. Negative that they didn't do anything from a story perspective with the Batsuit, with Dick in the Batsuit. Like I said earlier, Stuart Allen as Robin, he continues to do nothing for me as an actor, but at least his character is starting to, here and there, start to get better written. Like I said, I like the sibling rivalry with Robin. I like how when he finds out, Batman disappeared, he goes right to Gotham to try and find out what's happening. I like how he chooses the side of Bruce when it's revealed that Talia al Ghul is doing this master plan. Talia's master plan is to brainwash a bunch of world leaders at a summit, and it's also revealed that Batman survived the explosion and is currently being brainwashed by Talia himself. And that's the one thing with this movie that really doesn't jive with me is in Son of Batman, Talia is not good, but she's kind of dancing on the edge between good and bad, and she's very adamant that Damian learned from her father. Very adamant that Damian learns from Bruce, and pretty much tells Bruce, make Damian better than you, make him just like you, or something like that. And I think this movie tries to retcon Son of Batman out of existence because Talia is a cold-hearted bitch to me in this movie. And it's like her character in Son of Batman doesn't even exist. She calls Damian weak. She calls Bruce weak for not properly training Damian. She's so cold towards him. And I'm like, where the hell did this come from? Where did this come from? In Son of Batman, you're very adamant that Bruce teach Damian to be someone who's better. And in this one, you're just upset that Damian's not a cold-hearted killer. I don't understand where this character change came from. It doesn't make any sense to me, and I don't like it. Another thing I don't like, this movie introduces us to a character called Heretic, who is a Damian Wayne clone. Now, the whole concept of young Damian facing a clone of himself is very intriguing, but this movie does nothing with the character, and he dies. The Herrick character dies. Not only that, he didn't really have much of a presence. He had some presence to him, but his character is completely wasted because they don't do anything with it. So yes, has a random character change, which to me makes absolutely no sense. Heretic is thrown in there, and nothing's done with him. You do nothing with Dick Grayson and the Robin suit. Batwoman's a good addition, and I like her inclusion to the main story, and I like how we get flashbacks to her past with her sister and mother being killed. I like the whole thing with her father as well. I also like the inclusion of Batwing. Luke Fox, the son of Lucius Fox, and yes, Lucius Fox is in this movie, voiced by the amazing Ernie Hudson. Ernie Hudson's in your movie. That gets an automatic thumbs up for me because I love Ernie Hudson. The man can bring an ounce of class into anything he's in. He can be in the world's most terrible movie, but he's going to be good. But this movie's not terrible. This movie's actually pretty good. I actually like Ernie Hudson as Lucius Fox, and I actually would not mind seeing a live-action Lucius Fox with Ernie Hudson in the role in the DCEU. I think Ernie Hudson could be perfect as Lucius Fox in the new continuity and in the live-action continuity. I liked him in this, and I thought the character of Luke Fox was okay himself. I thought he fit in pretty good with the story. I like how it's interwoven within the main story. I like he becomes part of the Bat family. That's another thing. This movie is mostly about creating the Bat family branch of the Bat family, pretty much. We already got Robin, we already got Nightwing, now we got Batwoman, and we got Batwing. Nightwing, Batwing. Can you be any more uncreative than that? Jesus Christ. But yeah, this movie is mostly about expanding upon the family, and the inclusions of Batwing and Batwoman works for me. This movie also has the Mad Hatter, who's working with Talia with his brainwashing, with his brain control. Seeing Mad Hatter was pretty cool. Of course, he dies. He gets his head explosion. What a way to kill off a more prominent Batman villain. You do one thing with him, and then he dies. What are you gonna do? Bring in his imposter in the next? If you do another Mad Hatter story? I always hate that. I hate how we kill off the interesting villains and we let these Z-list nobodies, live. Speaking of interesting villain, Black Mask is in this movie, and he does absolutely nothing. He's in there for a cameo. Blink and you miss it. That's how much Black Mask gets worse in this movie. It may seem like I'm ragging on Batman Bad Blood a lot, and because it does have some good things in it, and it has potential to expand upon even the things that I mentioned that are kind of weak, but it doesn't really do anything with a lot of the stuff, which is kind of aggravating because this movie had a lot of good elements going for it. It's not a bad movie at all. The animation looks good. You still get the occasional clunkiness here and there, but overall it's very solid. The action scenes are well choreographed. The opening prologue with the warehouse and Batman and Batwoman is pretty good. The last, the Black Mask fight scene is entertaining, and the last fight scene is good as well. So the action's really well integrated and all that stuff, and it works. It's good. And I do like the tease of Batgirl at the end of the movie as well. So yeah, overall, Batman Bad Blood. Is it better than Son of Batman? Yes. Can I say it's better than Batman vs. Robin? No, because I actually think Batman vs. Robin is a much better movie. But that does not make Batman Bad Blood bad. That's why I'm going to give it a solid 7 out of 10. Fix the problems you have with this movie, and this thing could be on the same par as Batman vs. Robin. But for what it is, 7 out of 10. It's a good watch. It's an easy watch. It's entertaining. The voice acting's good. It does have a good story for the most part. But like I said, fix up the Heretic villain. Give me an explanation as to why Talia does an out-of-the-blue character change. And tighten up a lot of other things, a lot of loose end, a lot of other things in this movie could have been, like I said, close to an 8. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Batman Bad Blood. If you've seen this movie, let me know in the comment sections below. If you like this movie, let me know in the comment sections below. Like this video and subscribe, and I'll check you back next time for more.